years. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards.
Hey folks, how y'all doing today? Filling in for Lee. Let's see what type of show we got for you today. As always, we're going to start with our discount. You get $500 discount for all our military worker personnel, our healthcare workers, educators, and first responders. Like I said, every week, if you're one of these, extra $500 discount. Okay? Let's see. Oh, and we got Tiger Cash back. Okay? Tiger Cash, get $1,000 off your elite or signature building when you comment cash on one of our live shows. So this is extra saving, folks. You need advantage of it. Okay, cost per square foot. We've been talking about that because it's kind of the standard in the industry, and it's what people look for, especially when you're building a house. As we talked before, this is average price in the U.S. being around $189, as I said, a square foot, $189 a square foot, folks. Like I said, this is more contractor price. You know, the end result to the end user is going to be usually a little bit more than that. In my experience, you know, it's continuing going up. You know, 5 years ago, we might have been around a $130 range, $145 range. Now we're all the way up to $189 per square foot, folks. So it takes a lot to build a house, right? So that's why we wanted to show you that on our elite building, we still got this Valentine's special going on right now. Best building in the country, folks. You get all the goods with the elite. You know, better post spacing, truss spacing is tighter, just a well-built building, 2x8 truss. All this is included in the elite package. Nobody else builds a building like this, and we got a 30x50 for only $26.67 a square foot, folks. You can't beat that price. Unless you go bigger, and you got a 40x50x12 for $24.50 a square foot. Then you got the 40x60 by 12 at $23 a square foot, folks. You know, these prices are truly unbelievable. They will be going up probably. We're holding tight on our prices with the new, I think all metal's going to be going up in the future. But right now, you can get your building with us at these prices, and at the best building on the market. And then we got our value series. It's kind of what you know, all our competitors sell, but really not, because we got our cable retention system that's superior to none. So you get that as an extra bonus, plus other things. But you got a 30x30x12 for $19,999, only $22.22 a square foot, folks. It's a great deal. To me, this is an awesome deal too. You got it's a value building, but you got a 30x30x12, and you get your choice of a wing or a gable extension for only $23,999. That's $20 a square foot, folks. You could have this building, or you can have a gable extension. That's what we talk about with a gable extension. This is a wing on the side of your building in that picture. Let me get out the way and show you on this side. That's the gable extension. So with this price, you can either get a gable or a wing, just so you know that, for $20 a square foot. To me, this is the building that's unbelievable right now. It is our value series, folks. which means that's what everybody else builds except for the cable retention system, you know, and other things that we do better. $16.67 a square foot, folks. There's nobody can beat that. In fact, we're looking at some ads today. Our competitors are in range of $10,000 more than this price. So while it lasts, folks, this lasts, I think, to the end of the week. We need to jump on this. Saturday, this building will end. We will answer the phones 24/7 for you. This is an unbelievable price. Look at the size of the building, a 40 by 60, folks. Unbelievable. $16.67 a square foot. You're not going to find that anywhere. The elite guard buildings. Why do we call it that? Because we're protecting your motor home or your camper with these buildings, and we even got some investor specials here. We'll run through them. So you got a 20 by 50 by 16 tall, 14 by 14 roll-up door, and one walk-through door, which you can't see us in the back, but we can put that walk-through door anywhere you want on this building for $29,999. Why is this important? You know, I got a motor home, and I was wondering where I was going to put it. If this building would have been available, I would have saved myself a lot of money at $29,000, and I'll show you the savings here in a minute. But you got to pay to store it somewhere, or it's going to sit outside, and you don't want your your valuables to just decay in the sun. That's the Elite Guard single bay, and then you got the 5 bay. Okay, so you got 5 bays, 50 by 100 by 16. 5 14 by 14 roll-up doors, 5 walk-through doors, which we can put in the back, okay? $125,000, folks. Look, we can come build this for you, give you a great price on an electrical package, and you can start making money, okay? And this is a real money maker right here. You got a 10 bay for $250,000. It's 50 by 200 by 16. 10 roll-up doors, 10 walk-through doors. I'll make you a heck of a deal on the electrical special because we have our own in-house electrician, so we can do that for you, folks. We'll get you in business right away. And this is the earning potential, okay? The earning potential, as I mentioned earlier, for you to go store your motor home or camper, you're going to pay at least $500. Usually it's about $10 a foot. Some places charge more. The cheapest I found was $10 a foot, which we put that here. So on a single bay, this would be your personal one in your backyard, or if you have a lot somewhere that you want to put it to store your motor home or camper, you know, it'll pay for itself in 5 years, folks. Either that or you're throwing the money away in 5 years. So which would you prefer? I know which one I'd be going with. Your 5 bay pays for itself in 4 years, 2 months. It generates $2,500 income. Okay, that's at the low level. The 10 bay, it generates $5,000 a month. You're going to pay for that in 4 years. We have 4 years, 2 months. So, folks, this is unbelievable. You can put yours in one and rent out the rest, and let the others pay for yours. So I think this is a good deal for those people looking for something like this. Give us a call. We'd love to help you out. Don't forget, we could put electrical package in there, so all your bays will have a plug-in to keep your batteries going for your camper or motorhome, okay? So let's talk about synthetic fiber in concrete. So, you know, we got a couple of ads out there, our competitors saying, we don't use fiber, we use the wire mesh. Well, we could too, folks, but we know, we've been doing this so long, we know that we believe that the fiber is better. And some of the reasons why: it reduces plastic settlement for cracks, okay? Reduces plastic shrinkage cracks. I'll go into that with you in a minute. Increases toughness and impact resistance, okay? You got fiber all in this concrete, all the volume of the concrete. So if you got a 6-inch slab, that fiber is all in the volume of that concrete. It provides energy and absorption, okay? it, to make a long story short, and I think the next slide will talk about it a little bit more. Let's see. Application guides, okay, reduces concrete cracking as a result of plastic treatment. Kind of talked about that. This is a different association, kind of saying the same things. Greater toughness and resistance to impact, internal support, and the concrete for steep inclines and ramps and such like that. Your fiber is going to do you a better job there. It has a reduction of concrete cracking as a result of plastic settlement. I'll talk about that in a minute. Applications where non-metallic material is required. So some places you can't have that. But here's some of the real reasons. And another association that we found, in addition to crack control and serviceability benefits, use of fiber at high volume percentages can increase the tensile strength in your concrete. What does all this mean? Well, here's another one real quick. It kind of goes through that, and then I'm going to do my spill on it. But it prevents cracking and drying shrinkage cracks, finishes smoothly with any surface fibers quickly fading underfoot or vehicle traffic. It provides same level of reinforcement as wire mesh with even distribution throughout the concrete. That's the key here, even distribution. The volume, and it's the same as what people say wire mesh is better, and I'll get into that in a minute. It eliminates the needs for chairs to support. What does that mean? For you people that don't know what that means, is that wire mesh is, it's like this little, I don't know the diameter of that, but it's a wire mesh, and if you got six inches of concrete, where's that wire mesh going to fall? Those chairs that it's talking about, they make these little plastic chairs that sit on the ground, and that wire mesh sits on it. Well, let me tell you, folks, if a wind comes, that blows, and we got to walk on that when we pour your concrete. So the only way really to do it is they have hooks and they pull it up, because those little chairs, they're going to all just fall around, especially when you go to walk on it. And we got the finishers have to walk on it to do the finish. Okay, makes sense. Those little chairs are not that great. I'm dealing with something like that right now, the chair sport. So downfalls of wire mesh. I kind of went over one just right there. So let's see what we got here. So the placement challenge, that's what I kind of went over a while ago. So, the wire mesh is the diameter of it is like this. Even if you got 4-inch concrete, that wire mesh needs to fit somewhere in the middle. And it's very hard to get there. And you don't really know if you get it in the position that you need. So that's very challenging. Whereas fiber, it gets in the whole volume of concrete. Let's see here. Shrink at the bottom or float to the top. That's true. So it can either, that wire mesh can sink to the bottom of the, especially if it falls off of those little chairs that I was telling you about, and it will, because we got to walk on it. It's going to fall off of that. There's more expensive things that you can do besides those little chairs, but most people don't want to do them. That's why they pull them up. You'll see people pulling them up as they go, and that works, but we really don't know, right? Is it going to sink to the bottom? If they put too much water in their concrete, as the finish is being finished, it could sink to the bottom, or it could float up according to this pole here. So it's not properly positioned, okay? It needs to be in the middle of the slab for it to do its work. And then you got to deal with this, okay? Corrosion risk. What does that mean? Well, think about it this way. If moisture will get through concrete, and it can come up, and if it's either at the surface or if it's at the bottom, it's going to potentially rust, right? So what happens to, you ever seen little wire that starts rusting? It's going to start separating. What's going to happen to that concrete? You got a void, you got an air bubble, let's say, a bunch of it. And that's what we're talking about here. If that starts to rust, it's going to weaken that concrete in those areas, and you could potentially have flaking. You could have, major crack. I'm not talking about, surface crack. So be aware of that. Limited coverage, so wire mesh reinforce only the specific area where it is placed. That's what I was trying to tell you. So think of it this way, 6 inches of concrete, okay? Wherever that wire mesh falls, that's the strength that you have. Whereas fiber, the whole 6 inch is the volume of the whole concrete is reinforced with that fiber. I hope it makes sense to you folks, but that's what they're talking about here. And I think I jumped the gun, volume of the concrete like microfiber does. So basically what we're saying here is microfiber is actually better because we know that it's covering the whole surface, the whole volume of the concrete instead of that one little line. So 6 inches, you got your wire mesh that's less than a pencil in diameter. And if it falls in the middle of your concrete, I would say would be pretty strong, but the top may not be. And especially if you don't have any fiber in it, I can tell you it won't be as strong as what we do, okay? So not effective for shrinkage cracks, okay? So for shrinking cracks, so the wire mesh works good if you have a major crack, okay? But it's too late by that time, right? So what do I mean by that? Well, the more microfiber you got, it's tighter. It's like how can I explain it? It's like a loaf of bread that's airy, but if you they mix it too long, it gets real dense. That's what microfiber does. There's a bunch of little fibers in there that creates a harder concrete for you. And with all those in place, it's going to do a better job for cracking, for shrinkage cracks, okay? Like I said, it only begins to work after cracks have already occurred rather than preventing them. So wire mesh is good, it's in the middle, but it could rust, it could form pockets in your concrete. It's not superior to what we do, folks, and that's what we wanted to show you today. Poor performance and extreme wire mesh does not distribute its stress evenly through the slab, making it less effective in resisting dynamic loads, such as heavy machinery or sudden impacts. And it kind of goes back to that denseness and that fiber. All those little fibers are, working together to make these impacts. And when you drive something heavy, working together to keep that concrete intact. I hope that makes sense to you. If not, you can call me. I'll talk to you individually, and we can talk more about this and why we use fiber, okay? Let's move into the red flags, okay? If you are going to do business with somebody, doesn't it make sense to check out the red flags of the person or the company that you're doing business with? It does to me. And the red flags are, how many years have they been in business? You need to know that, folks. I mean, even though somebody might have good intentions, being in business for 1 year, they haven't learned the trade, in my opinion, Now, it's still your option. You can pick that person. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't. But it is a red flag, okay? So we got to address that. Years in business. License. Do they have a license? If they're not responsible enough to get the proper license that they need to do business, then it's probably not responsible in building you a quality building or anything that you hire them to do, in my opinion. Do they have any, and if they are contracted, do they have any license? Do they have any violations? You can check this out. Let me go back. You can find this out at the Secretary of State website. It's free to the public. This is where we get all our information. Everything's factual that we put up here. And license, you can go to the Louisiana State Board of Contractors, the LSLBC, and that's where you will find the contractor violations. Now, go to the Better Business Bureau and Google, and you'll see their reviews. If they don't have any, that means they nobody has done any reviews on them, which is not good. And if they do have some, and check the bad reviews on there, and you'll find out a lot about who you're fixing to do business with, folks. I recommend you go to those two sites to check them out. And then lastly, visit the facility. We want you to come here. We want you to come see our team of people, not one individual, our team of people here at Mallett Buildings. We want you to view our truss prints where we make and manufacture our truss. We want you to see all the lumber and the windows and the doors that we have in stock waiting for you, for us to build your building. We invite you to come there. If they don't have a place for you to go sit down and do business with them, that might be a red flag. I mean, it is in my book, and that's why we put it here. Let's grade the 11 different post frame companies in our area. Okay, I like this new report card we came out with. We changed it up on you today, though. Let's see what it is. Oh, here we go. Southern Style. They got one check mark, folks. They're licensed. They're Louisiana based. That's a plus for them. But X is all through there. How they score? Oh, they got an F. They got an F. 11%. Okay? Rob built. Well, they got 3 checks. That's better than the last one. Let's see. 12 years. They've been in business for 12 years. They're not Louisiana based though. So that means all their money's not in our community. Okay? 20 years in post frame. Let's see. That looks like it's done twice there, and 0 violations. That's a plus. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Oh, they got an F. Precision Metal. I think that's Precision or SWLA. So they're Louisiana based. That's the only check mark they got. X's in all the other categories. They got an F. Not looking good so far for these Ranger builders. They got 1 check mark. They are Louisiana based. Good job. But not so good on all these. And you can go check all this out yourself, folks. It's factual information. We pull it right from all these websites here. Okay? They got an F. Beck. They got 1 check, Louisiana base. X is all the way down. They got an F. Fortify in Sulphur. They do have a facility you can go visit, folks, but they got an X everywhere else. What you think they got? See, they got an F. Okay. Apache Builders. They got 2 check marks. They're a Louisiana-based company, 0 violations. That's pretty good. But they have no experience in post frame, or not many years, or under 12 years of post frame experience. Nothing on the BBB. No reviews. No facility. And we don't know if they survived any hurricanes. That's the last one there. I got an F. Branded Buildings. I'm not sure I heard of them, but let's see. Louisiana base, 0 violations, same as Apache Builders, X everywhere else. They got an F. RJM Construction, same as the last 2, Louisiana based. They all have 0 violation. They have hardly no experience in post frame. They hadn't been licensed for a year yet. No BBB information, no Google reviews, no facility that we know of, and we don't know if they survived any hurricanes, folks. They got an F. Okay, Southern Quality. Whew. They got X's across the board. We know they got an F. Then you got us. Check green all the way across the board. All this on this side. And we got 16 hurricanes. We've been in business for 26 years, which means that we've been licensed for that long. We got plenty of reviews on the BBB and Google. It's obvious, folks. This information it don't lie. This scorecard don't lie, okay? This report card don't lie, folks. That's why you can't. We build the best building in the industry, folks. Okay, and we got an A+, 100%. Okay, let's talk about this. We will beat anybody's quote, apples to apples, by $1,000. Okay? The best part is, though, we've been in business for 26 years. We're a licensed contractor. We have no contractor violations. We have 500 reviews. We got over 20,000 buildings and kits on the ground. And it's really not apples to apples, folks. Why? Because we do an engineered cable retention system underneath our microfiber concrete, which I talked about earlier. I gave you all the benefits of why it's better than wire mesh itself, and that's a 1+ there. Plus, like I said, and we're giving you $1,000 off. So wrap that up. You're going to get the best building in the country for $1,000 off, folks. Enough said on that one. Okay, let's look. Go over our Valentine's special once again. You got a 30 by 50. These are the elite buildings. Top of the line, quality, superior product. Nobody in the country does this kind of building right here. With that said, you got a 30 by 50 by 12 for $26.67 a square foot, folks. A 40 by 50 by 12 for $24.50 a square foot. You got a 40 by 60 by 12 for $23.33 a square foot. Again, this is our elite building, the best building in the industry right here. Now, let's go to the value building, okay? This is what our competitors sell. But like I said on the slide earlier, it's really not. You get all the other stuff with it, plus the engineered cable retention system. You get this 30 by 30 by 12 for $22.22 a square foot. That's only $19,999, folks. This sale lasts till Saturday. Somebody is downstairs waiting to talk to you about this building. This is a cool little sale right here. Why? Because you got your choice. We're throwing in for $23,999 or $20 a square foot. We're going to give you a 30 by 30 by 12, but you got your choice of a, right here you'll see a wing, okay, or some people want to call it a porch. Well, you can call this a porch too, but this is a gable extension. So you get your choice on this sale, folks. In Saturday, call our building specialist. We'd be glad to help you. To me, this is the best price. Well, I know it's the best price out there because we looked this morning. They got this same building for $10,000 plus more dollars than this price. This is a 40 by 60 by 12 for $39,999, or what does that come out to? $16.67 a square foot, folks. I can't make this up. This is real, folks. Lasts till Saturday. You get a walk-through door. You get a roll-up door. You get a 4,000 PSI concrete, two-year workmanship, 130 mile an hour wind rating, 26 gauge metal on roof and walls. But that's not the best part. The best part, like I said, is 26 years of experience, state licensed residential commercial contractor, Louisiana, Texas licensed engineer on staff, folks. That's big. Registered engineered firm. Owner's personal cell phone. You get Lee's personal cell phone to every person that wants to talk to him. Okay? So if you're in the market for a building, folks, I recommend that you go to our website. You're going to have to do this anyway. It's very simple. You can go to our website and you can build this building, and we'll give you a quote within 24 hours. If not sooner. And if you really in a hurry, call our building specialist downstairs and we can help you with this. But we recommend you go to our website, to the 3D image, and design whatever kind of building you want. This is a very big building, and just to show you how elaborate you can be in designing your own building, okay? So do that. We'll spit you out a quote, and we'll go from there. Remember, we got specialists 24 hours a day on call. So if you're at 8 o'clock at night, you're sitting out, and you don't have nothing to watch on TV, and you want to talk to somebody about that building, call us. Building specialist would answer your phone 7 days a week, 24/7, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Come by that.